It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our... He is Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. This man is an absolute machine. Alexander Usyk.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavy...
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room... Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home for that jab. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say...
Get your mind back on the job.
Here we go for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Straight right just misses. Do you believe what we're seeing? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just a match made in heaven.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
So that was a fight that had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, it just really befuddles your opponent, because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for the...
That's his round.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Beautiful counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. This is a very...
Big deep breath.
On to the fourth we go. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Big cat goes down. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
You've got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Nope, that that uppercut does not score. Misses with the straight left. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round.
Switch on.
Let's see.
Switch on.
There's the bell to start round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice punch. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. They blocked the left there. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does... This is the beginning of round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punching. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throws the jab but does not score. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Good one. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable.
I need you to go back there.
And there's the bell for round 8. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And that body shot folded in like an old t-shirt.
I need to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.